Call it the curse of Melody Ranch. The Angels have had one of the most cursed, vexing histories in professional North American sports. And now we have the latest chapter as Shohei Ohtani, the most talented player ever in Major League Baseball history, has left to go across town. One of the greatest players ever, a modern-day Babe Ruth, a guy that in modern baseball can be the ace of your staff and also your cleanup hitter, winner of multiple MVPs, leaves your organization and you have 0 postseason berths and 0 players or prospects in return for losing him. In fact, the Angels are much worse off after losing him because they went all into the trade deadline, trading away what little valuable assets they had in the farm system. And it got them nowhere. And again, Shohei doesn't leave for greener pastures anywhere else. He loves Southern California that much that he wants to stay, just not play for you. Look, there are some absolutely gut-wrenching losses in Angels franchise history. Blowing a 3-1 ALCS lead to the Boston Red Sox in 1986. 1982, best of 5 ALCS. Angels up 2-0, lost the next 3 to the Brewers. In 1995, the Angels led the AL West by 10.5 games. That was in mid-August. They would go on to lose 18 of their next 21. They did force a 1-game playoff against the Seattle Mariners and then lost the 1-game playoff to Seattle. How about in 1999, after the Angels spent big on free agent slugger Mo Vaughn, and in the very first inning as an Angel, he fell into the visitors' dugout, ripping up his ankle. How about losing Nolan Ryan, who was an absolute superstar? Angels GM Buzzy Bavasi said, "Now we can let him walk in free agency," because Nolan had just gone 16-14. And his GM said, "We'll just replace him with 2 8-7 pitchers." He'd throw 3 more no-hitters after leaving the Angels. The Angels have tragically had perhaps the worst history in professional sports of players passing away. We recently had Tyler Skaggs, who was found dead, which opened up the ugly details of pain meds and drugs being pushed around the Angels organization by employees. Nick Adenhart was killed by a drunk driver. Luis Valbuena killed in a car crash in his native Venezuela. In 1965, one of their rookie relievers died of a brain tumor. Outfielder Minnie Rojas was paralyzed in a car accident in 1968. Former Angels #1 draft pick Mike Miley was also killed in a car accident in 1977. The Angels have the only baseball player ever to be murdered in season in Lyman Bostock back in 1978. He was shot and killed in Gary, Indiana before a game against the White Sox. And then the tragic circumstances surrounding reliever Donnie Moore, who blew the ALCS lead in 1986, who then killed himself for suicide. Look, all of those real-life deaths, far more impactful and brutal than what happens with Shohei Ohtani or something on the baseball diamond. But boy, the Angels organization, what can you say? Being a fan is just a gut punch after a gut punch. You've employed Mike Trout and Shohei, 2 of the greatest players ever. And out of it, you've gotten 0 playoff wins, not a playoff series win, a game. But now Shohei leaves and you don't even get anything for him because you refuse to trade him. And he goes to the hated Dodgers in town. Perhaps call it the curse of Melody Ranch. The original owner of the Angels, iconic Hollywood cowboy Gene Autry. He originally bought 110 acres in 1953 near the San Gabriel Mountains. It was a place used for a lot of B-movie filmings and television shows. And in August 1962, just when the Angels organization was in its infancy, a brush fire ripped through the ranch and destroyed almost everything. It destroyed most of the original sets, and Autry's plans of turning it into a museum literally up in smoke. Much like the Angels, Melody Ranch has such a positive connotation, and yet, poof, for a team named the Angels, where's the good fortune? For more videos like this, subscribe here. I'm Damon Amendolara, DA. See you next time.